Hi everyone, my name is Christine Palmer and I am a student in the Tech Entrepreneurship class at Penn State. This past class, we had the opportunity to listen to an entrepreneur, Daniel Haverkos, speak and share his entrepreneurial journey with us. I'm here today to share my reflections and takeaways from his presentation. So some first impressions. Mr. Haverkos began by sharing his entire entrepreneurial journey with us, starting from his college years. In college, he was able to franchise his first business, University Painters. This story demonstrated his persistence because he did not get the job the first time, but actually went back and followed up and got the job the second time around. This kind of launched him into his second business, which was a pro washing business that he opened the following year. And finally, he also mentioned how he started his own financial advisory business, and he kind of walked us through his interests with real estate and finances that kind of led him to that. Now some takeaways. What was really interesting to me was Mr. Haverkos was able to start not one, but two businesses as a college student. I think that as a current college student, we often let ourselves get too intimidated and put ourselves down without realizing that we are also capable of creating our own businesses and being an entrepreneur at this age. Additionally, he was also very open about his main motivator, which was money. I think that was very interesting to me because I know that is a factor that is in the back of a lot of people's minds, but they aren't as upfront about it. But he kind of explained how money was one word that he would use to describe himself and his values. Additionally, he really demonstrated that he was a risk taker. He not only demonstrated that he was a risk taker by starting two businesses in college, but he also said that he set a goal for himself to have 3 houses by the time he turned 25, and he was able to accomplish this, which I think is really cool. So there are several points that I wish that he elaborated upon as well. My first point is he mentioned several times that he went abroad and worked on mission trips and also worked with a leadership academy in Spain. And I wish that he elaborated upon his own impact on the leadership academy and how the leadership academy might have impacted him. I do think that leadership and entrepreneurship go hand in hand, and I think it would have been very interesting to hear how his time abroad might have influenced him as an entrepreneur and his perspective of entrepreneurship. Additionally, I did my research on him beforehand and saw that he started his own nonprofit called Be Love in 2011. He did not mention Be Love at all, but I also believe that it is tied to his time abroad. So some final closing thoughts. It was really interesting to hear his journey as an entrepreneur and kind of hear the differences between him creating a business as a franchise and then him starting his own financial advising company. However, I do not think that I was particularly engaged with his content, and I do not think that the way that he presented it was effective as well. He didn't demonstrate that he had a lot of presence, and the way that he told his story, he did not really give us a clear path to what his impact was, what he learned, and what the risks were, which I think having that structure is very crucial to being a storyteller. Overall, though, I'm thankful for the experience, and I'm grateful to learn more about what it's like to be an entrepreneur.